Hey everybody, Paul Angelo here. Welcome to another video. We're going to talk about an important topic about how to make relationships your number one priority and why this is such an urgent matter for all gay men, especially if you're over 40, especially if you are entering into adulthood as life becomes more serious, as you want to avoid challenges and struggles and distractions in your life so you can focus on enjoyment, so you can focus on all the beauty that life has to offer. And one of the things that becomes a big distraction later in life is when we constantly enter into this cycle of never-ending dating and breakups and challenges that make our enjoyment of our life, our adult life, a lot more difficult. Also, when we look at success, when we look at achievement, when we look at stability, it's important to take relationships a lot more seriously if those things are something that you're looking for. So I wanted to open this discussion with this reminder because I see this with a lot of people today where they enter into adulthood, they are supposed to be anticipating this major uplifting and joyful experience of life, but instead it's a struggle after struggle. And I believe that the reason for that is that the decision to make relationships the number one priority has never taken place. And that's where the beginning is, a decision to take relationships seriously, to make them the number one priority. There's so much research about relationships, and this research you can find out online, and this has been proven over and over and over. Every book about relationship talks about this, is that when we have stable relationships, we have stable life. When we have stable relationships, we make more money, we are healthier, we feel better, everything's going great. So why is it that some of us trivialize them? Why is it that some of us negate their value? And I suppose that this has happened because our parents, our environment never taught us how to make relationships important. Because otherwise, we would make them important. And I believe that you would make them important if you were taught how to do that or why to do that. And so in this video, let's bring value to relationships again. Let's not negate them. Let's not pretend that emotional connections are not important. Let's not negate the fact that when we need each other, we have to have built a bank account of relationships by then, so that when we need someone, that someone is there for us. And to be honest about our lives, that at a certain moment we will need someone to help us. We will need someone to be there for us. Maybe you don't have that urgency right this minute, but that urgency will come. I can guarantee you that. That urgency has showed up in my life many times, and that's what taught me to make relationships really important and number one priority. I had a bankruptcy, I had a terrible accident, and those accidents and those events have taught me to slow down and to reevaluate my life and to make the decision about relationships that takes into account the fact that I will need them for the rest of my life. Why do people trivialize relationships? People trivialize relationships also because of shame. Shame is a state of mind that cuts off sophistication, that cuts off our sensation of the need for more complex communication, interaction, for love, for companionship. Shame reduces us to the primal. Shame is the reason why a lot of men search for sexual compatibility rather than emotional, lifelong compatibility, right? It makes no sense. But shame takes the sense away. Shame takes the thinking away and reduces us to the immediate, reduces us to the primal. And so when you make relationships your number one priority, within just a few months, you're going to see a major transformation. When you make relationships your number one priority, they will begin to work. You will start awakening to a lot of the neglect that produced irrational beliefs and patterns of thinking that don't serve you longer term. And that awakening is going to ignite the fire in your belly, in your mind, in your state of being to really see the beauty of all kinds of different relationships, not just the sexual relationships, but also emotional and spiritual relationships. So waking up to making relationships your number one priority will ascend you, will take you higher, will open up a dimension of being that is right now unavailable. I'd like to sincerely and gently and very nicely invite you to make relationships your number one priority. There are only wonderful things that will happen to you when you make this decision. So I'm going to end this video with this invitation for more videos about how to do it more specifically, how to eliminate the struggles that may come from not understanding the psychology behind it. Please visit my website at paulangelo.com. Or if you want a more immediate, expedited way of connecting with people, then visit the Big Gay Family Social Program website at biggayfamily.com. So thanks for watching. Until we talk in the next video, as always, my friends, go out there, think big, stay present, and be a leader in your life today. Signing off. Talk to you soon.